Okay, I've got to cram in about a season and a half's worth of work in 50 minutes, so I'll do the best I can. We play in a 4-3-3 system, much like these guys did this year, as I understand it. So I'm going to try to give you some ideas of how we play. Now, to let you know the setup, because I know we're all, as coaches, we want to know what all the cones and things are for. Obviously, this is just the 18-yard box. I've set a restraining line at the 20. All right? The reason I use this line is because when we do attacking practices, typically the defense falls deeper and deeper and deeper towards the goal, and then the next attack, they're sitting on top of the 18, and there's no room to work. So after every attack, we'll have the defense push us out to this, actually it's 30 yards, although it says 20. We've got an extra 10 in the end zone. I've got 2 flank zones. I've divided this in 3 vertical areas. So this row of cones to the touch line, although we don't have the full width, would be 1 flank area. I've got a central area and a flank area on that side. So this is what we're going to do. Guys, all I want you to do to begin with are 3 front runners, 2 high midfield players, and 1 holding midfield player. Who's my more defensive midfield player? Doesn't matter. All right, this is the shape we use. Now, certainly a lot of teams, depending on your personnel, can decide whether they want to sit 2 in and 1 high, but we set 1 in and 2 high. Then the young man in the orange is just simulating our center back. All right, so all I want to do to begin with, just for a minute, much like John said, I'm not a big fan of shadow play, but guys, all I want you to do is knock this ball around and move it. I don't want you to progress forward. I just want you to move it in this space amongst yourselves. So just get the ball moving. Here we go. Passing the ball around, any movements that you want, just kind of staying in this shape. And while they're doing this, coaches, all I'm really looking at is trying to get a feel for where they are technically. Also look at how they're shaping themselves out as the ball's being played. Any kind of ideas they may have in moving the ball. Nice and sharp, keep it moving. Great, fantastic. Couple more. Okay, and hold right there. Now, a couple of things. Put the ball back wide into the wing position. Now, a couple of things, coaches. There's a couple of different schools of thought. Obviously, when we're clearly in possession, we want the field to be as big and as wide as we possibly can. But what we find a lot in the women's game is to get ball switched from one side to the other is very difficult to do. So when the ball's on the opposite side, we're just getting our outside wing player to just pinch in just a bit, just to come inside a bit, all right? All right, then we start to read body language of when we get you to open back up again. So this time what I want you to think about, send it back to our central defender, all the way back to the central defender. Now put the ball in a wide position again, either side. Squeeze in, play it from here. Here we go. So we squeeze just a bit, play on, play on. We still want to try to keep them stretched, but again, that's a difficult ball in the women's game. Keep it moving, keep it moving. And great. Now, hang on. Last thing with that. The one thing that we use this for a little bit, if you can just serve it right back into the high player, is we just want our players to start to read body language. So as soon as the ball comes back to the holding player, and he opens his body up, then that's your cue to get yourself in a wider position, all right? So play him, just read the body language, and we go. Fantastic. Now as you move this ball, keep it moving, keep it moving. Just listen. I want you to shift it from side to side as quickly as we can. Keep it moving. So I want you to play faster. Nice and sharp, quick, side to side as quick as we can. Start to open yourself, open. Well done. Fantastic. We're going to have a good group here. All right, great, perfect, good. Now, let's come back. We'll restart the game with the central back. Give me 3 defensive players, 3 defenders in the back. Give me 2 midfield players. Do I have 2 extras? Am I running out of players already? 3 center backs. You need to put a green on as well. And step up to this to the restraining line. So every time, you guys, that we play, once the attack has gone to goal, then the next attack pushes back up to at least this area, all right? At least this area. All right, so I've got 3 backs against 3 forwards, 2 central players to deal with these three central. You deal with them how you want to. All right? So without coaching you yet, just play, and what I want us to do is move the ball. Once we break them down, let's go ahead and finish it with a shot on goal. All right? Here we go. And we move. Play. So whatever you've got, just move them around and come back and start another one. Bring it back and restart the game again. And you backs can push us up a little if you'd like. It's up to you. You don't have to stay on the line. You can push us higher, and we move it. Find a way to get to goal. And come back, restart us again. One more time. And here we go. And we move. Just get a feel for the game. Well done. Good. Great. Fantastic. Go on. Go on. Well done. Great. Fantastic. All right, let's come back, jog it back. Defenders push us out. We'll start a new ball. Okay, we're going to fabricate a little bit of this to make this happen. All right? Get the ball moving from a central midfield player, play in, and play out wide to one of the wing areas. All right? Here we go. Play it. So we're live. Okay, and hold. Now, what I want to do with this is I want to work a little bit in channels and in the central zone. So what we try to do with our players, in fact, I tell you what, so the coaches can see this a little better, let's push this on the opposite wing. Put the ball to the opposite side, and let's shift things over to give you a better picture of this. So this time, what I want to do is this. Once the ball is played into a wide area, what we try to do with our players is to get them to understand we don't care how the defense reacts. We just want to make sure we have an answer to solve it. And what I mean by that is play the ball back into the holding player. All right? So as the ball rolls in, play it in. If I'm going to be a defender and play tight, we want to have some solutions to how he plays when it's a tight pressing defender. Right? Play back. Or if as a defender, play it in. I stay loose, then we want to teach him a few options of when the player's off. So we don't really care how the defense reacts. We want to give them options regardless of what they do. So let's fabricate this a little bit. Play the ball back. And all I'm looking for in the beginning is this movement. So as soon as, go back a little deeper, all right? Start inside, come check for the ball. And when he plays it, I want you to close him quickly. As the ball arrives, you're on him. All right? Off you go.